Hi guys. This may look like a finished piece, but it's really not. So I'm going to show you today how I use skins to make a painting out of it. And these are all skins, but they're not glued down yet. So I'm just kind of placing them where I think I want them. And I'll take everything off in just a minute, but I wanted to show you first so you can see the background and what I did with the background. So this is what I do with these. They're little mini canvases that I get at Dick Blick, and I did a bloom on them, and then I let them dry, and then I do the backs. I just peel off the edge of wherever I can find. This one is being stubborn. These are, I leave them covered in the plastic that they come in, and that way nothing sticks to them really, none of the paint. So I've got all the edges on the back peeled off, and then just carefully take it off, and there you go, that's your skin. So then what I do is take my scissors and cut off all the rough edges. Yeah, I got some, yeah, it's just a little bit of stuff on there I don't want. I've had these stacked together for a while, and so they're picking up other things. So yeah, just cut off the rough edges. Go ahead and make it a circle so it's easier to make your flower from there. And then usually what I do is just go in and cut where I see, you know, indentations. So I just go in and cut like that all the way around. I try to do 5 petals on these, 5 or 6. So I do the cuts first so that you don't lose track of what you're doing. So we've got 1, 2, 3 petals. So I'm probably going to do 2, 3, 4. So let's do one more cut. Do a smaller cut. So then you've got that. And then you can go back in and cut those however you want them. You can do them pointed, you can do them rounded, whatever floats your boat. I did all of these rounded, so I'm going to continue. You can cut in, you know, make designs out of your petals too. They don't have to be completely round. So I just did a little scallop there on that edge. So, and there's your flower. All done. All right, so that is how to make your flowers out of your paint skins. And you can do blooms, or you can do regular flowers, whatever you want to do with them. It does not matter. You can just do a puddle, like I did just a bloom, a puddle of paint with no background. So it's got a blue background. And I just blew it out in a bloom. And then I can cut that into a flower shape too. And that was just on a tile. So just a ceramic, shiny ceramic tile. All right, so let me get these off of here. I want to make sure I don't get my stuff mixed up, because I've got some leaves over here to put on. And then I'll get my flowers off. So you can see the background more clearly. The background, I just did a swipe. It's a bloom swipe. So I used my bloom, and this was my little butterfly that I cut. So I just cut 2 side-by-side wings, and I'm just going to put that one as a background and have it kind of like a side view of a butterfly. So the background, I just did a swipe, a bloom swipe. Used my bloom paints and my bloom my cell activator, and I used black. Actually, I can't remember if I think I used Prussian blue on the bottom and white on the top, because I wanted it to look more like a sky on the top, and maybe some clouds in the background. So that's what I did with that, and just let it dry. Make sure when you're doing your swipe, I have other videos with swipes on them, so you can go look at some of those, but make sure you get your swipe all the way out to the edge so that you don't have to do a lot of tilting this way. That kind of distorts everything. So I like to just, I will go a little bit this way and this way, just get some paint off, but I mostly prefer going with it vertical so you don't mess up the pretty blooms and stuff. And then I just pulled some of these down to make, to mimic stems. I did a loop-to-loop in the center just to break that up a little bit, which will mostly be covered by flowers. But if it's not, it kind of looks like a vine anyway. So, all right. So let's start with some of these. My red flower was going to be my kind of my center flower. So I'm going to build everything out from there. I wanted that to be kind of my focal point. But I think I want to put some flowers behind it. So you got to think about that when you're gluing stuff down as to where you want, what you want behind and on top of. And so I'm not going to do this whole thing in front of you because you'll get the gist, but I will show you how it looks at the end with it all done. I'm using Mod Podge to put the flowers down. It will dry clear. This one is a gloss coat, one coat gloss, top coat. But anything like that will work. You can use any of it. It does not matter. And I'm going to put a little glop of it down on my... I can't tell you how handy these little canvases. I bought them for something else, for another project, and they just come in so handy for a lot of different things. And they weren't expensive. I think I bought like 50 of them, and they were pretty inexpensive. So I've just got my paintbrush, and I'm just going to coat the back of the flower. Make sure you get all the edges. I just did a cutting board the other day, which will be a charcuterie board, but I did it with this clear gloss, and it worked great, so no issues. And I used an old painting that was okay. There wasn't anything wrong with the painting, but I just wanted to use that painting for a charcuterie board because I thought it would look really pretty. So think about placement when you're putting it down. Think about your stems. I'm going to move that one just a little bit. I'm going to put this one on because I want it behind the red flower. So I'm going to get that on before the red flower dries. I think you have some working time with this Mod Podge. It's not a hurry to get everything down. Okay, and I'm going to lift that up. Let's see, I don't know where I want to put it. Okay, that's good. Let's get this yellow one. I like the yellow and the purple together, so can't decide. I want the yellow one on top of the red. I want it under the red, but not much under the red. And then the purple's going to be behind the yellow. I'm just painting it on, getting all the edges. And then we're going to set that down. I don't want everything even, so I'm trying to mix it up. Let's move that down, move that yellow down a little bit. I have a client who I showed this to. I had a comparison picture because I wasn't sure if I wanted to go more simple or more kind of crazy, but everybody liked the crazy better. So my client really liked it. Pam. Hi, Pam. She watches with her daycare kids. She watches my videos. It's pretty awesome. So anyhow, I hope I'm getting these down where she liked them, because she really liked this painting. I don't know if she'll buy it or not, but okay, so I'm just setting down the edges, making sure those are all down. And this will get a coat of, probably just a varnish coat on top of it. Where do we want to go from here? I have to be careful with the blue ones because they blend into the sky too much. And I know I liked that one up there with that as kind of a solid one. I hope you guys are seeing this okay. Chloe's putting her 2 cents in. I know you just can hear that. Let's see what we have left over here. We have some oranges. We have a light blue. Let's get an orange one up there. I don't know which orange one I want up there. You can also go in and paint I'm going to put in some stems, and I'm probably going to leave the leaves with like they are. But these are also skins that I had poured, so I just cut them into leaf shapes. And the bloom technique lends itself well to, you get some really cool like veining on those for the leaves. So those are pretty cool. And I just cut them into leaf shapes, and I'll just stick them in every so often. I think I like this orange one better up there behind the red. Yeah. All right, let's get a pink one over here. Kind of placing these to figure out where I want them. This one is blending into everything. I don't know if I even want to have that one on there. It's would be a good background one, but let's see. No, that one I want over there. I'm going to put the butterfly. It's going to go kind of just off center. And I'm going to put that one like that. So, yeah. It's looking pretty cool. I need to get one over on this edge. I may have to trim it. But I want something over here. And then I'm just going to stick these in like here and there. Mostly where I want to, you know, add accents and cover things up and just put them in. I'm just kind of laying things down right now because I don't have a couple in place, but I want to be able to move things around how I want them. I like this light green with the yellow. Let's go down here. Oh, that worked out well. I was just there, sitting there waiting for that on that stem. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. I'll push it up a little bit so you can see. And I am going to give you a close-up of this. So I know it's kind of far away, but it's a 16 by 20, so it's kind of big. All right. Let's place some more leaves. Let's see, that purple and yellow is already down. I may have to put that leaf over. That's kind of the nice thing about skins too, is I can go over the edge with that and just wrap it over the edge and glue it down. It'll be fine. All right, so you get the gist of that, I think. I'm just going to continue here, putting down stems and leaves. And trying not to cover up, you know, cool areas that are in the background. So you have to think about that too. Otherwise you just end up with kind of a plain base for everything. So I think that went down a little bit and the butterfly over a little bit. It's still kind of off center. My butterfly is still a little big, but I don't think I care. I think it's fine. You know, this is an abstract garden, so it's okay. I'll give myself permission. Can't decide how I want that leaf. Just a little pop of green in there. All right, guys, so that is pretty much, I think, where I'm gonna leave everything and glue it down. I might move these around a little bit down here. Just composition-wise, I wanna make sure that it's balanced. To me, it's kind of crazy, but when I showed it on a website, a Facebook page, they loved the crazy. Everybody voted for the crazy, so here we are. We're going to do crazy. All right, so I think that's it. I'm just going to glue the rest of these down, and I'll give you a close-up when I'm finished. Be back in a minute. Okay, guys, here it is finished. The lighting's a little bit better in this view. I don't know why that video was so washed out. Sorry about that. But there's a little butterfly. I still have to put some stems in, and I'm going to put antenna on the butterfly. Unless I have a client, she might want to buy this, and she doesn't like the idea of the antenna on. So if she wants to buy it without the antenna, then I'll leave them off. So there you go. I think it came out really pretty. There's some close-ups. Those are some of my favorite parts right in there with all of that background showing through. All right, guys, take care. Have a great week. I will see you next week. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And like the video and give me a comment. Let me know what you think of this. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.